Good afternoon on this lovely Friday. You are watching News 20. I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
And I'm Shay Simon. Let's jump right into it. A drug bust took place Thursday morning near Bond Elementary School. Leon County deputies served a search warrant at a home on Holton Street and arrested 50-year-old Willie Hart and 37-year-old Angela Benton. Both were arrested on counts of trafficking cocaine, possession of cocaine, cannabis with intent to sell within 1,000 feet of a church, also possession of drug paraphernalia, and maintaining a drug home. Both suspects are in custody at the Leon County Detention Facility.
And on a lighter note, FAMU spent a day at the Capitol. Our multi-skilled journalist Bria Wesley has more on how the Rattlers made their strike.
From the highest of the 7 hills to the hill, Rattlers flooded the Capitol building for its annual FAMU Day at the Capitol. FAMU alumni, students, and supporters represented the orange and green. Even had pre-Kers thinking about their dreams.
I want to be a doctor.
The focus of the day, legislative budget requests that will consolidate many student services. FAMU's President Larry Robertson is pleased with the progress and with the student representation.
It's very, very important for everybody to understand, yes, they're first and foremost college students working to advance themselves, their lives, their communities, but they also are voters who have a say in what happens in the local politics in their communities, as well as on a statewide level.
Students were able to bring forth concerns and questions about the university, targeting housing and parking issues.
This is FAMU. They get to see unity. They get to see so many beautiful people in one setting advocating for the same things and meeting with legislators. So it's amazing to see that.
Happening now in this room behind me is a conversation about bridging the gap between alum and students on FAMU's campus. To most Rattlers, the discussions had here today were imperative, and it also resulted in one bill being passed. In Tallahassee, I'm Bria Wesley, News 20.
This is a yearly event for FAMU and other universities in the Sunshine State. The presidents of Florida A&M University and Florida State University are expected to sign an agreement to manage the use of the College of Engineering. For more on that, we turn to multi-skilled journalist Sierra Richardson. Sierra, what can you tell us?
That's exactly right, Aaliyah. The college is seeking faculty growth and new courses to meet job demands. Jerry Merrick Gibson, Dean of FAMU FSU College of Engineering, has his finger crossed to receive good news in regards to the approval of the state budget. This year requires totals out $15.2 million that will go towards a third building for the school. An additional $6.2 million has been requested for student success in hiring faculty, upgrading laboratories, adding academic counselors, and providing funds for startups. Live in the studio, Sierra Richardson, back to you all at the desk.
Thank you, Sierra. A Star Metro bus that was involved in a multi-vehicle crash on Thursday. The Tallahassee Police Department responded to the accident around 2:49 p.m. The operator of the bus was not injured. However, 4 passengers on the bus suffered from minor injuries. Passengers in one of the vehicles was treated for injuries. TPD is now investigating the accident.
In honor of National Black HIV and AIDS Awareness Day, health advocates all across Leon County joined forces to spread the word of knowing your status. Multi-skilled journalist Jacqueline Harold has more for that story, and it was all captured with her smartphone.
Pamphlets and a fashion show are the newest way to approach the conversation of HIV and AIDS.
Here you go.
The Center for Health Advocacy and Wellness, along with Bond Community and the Department of Health, partnered with FSU to hold a Red Alert fashion show for Black HIV and AIDS Awareness Day.
Talk about sex. A lot of times in relationships, communication is missing, and sex is a big part of relationships. So one thing you can do is ask your partner, hey, when was the last time you've been tested? Do you want to get tested together? And if you're not comfortable, you can step into the Department of Health. Someone like myself or anybody on our staff can assist you in those type of conversations.
In 2016, over 17,000 African Americans were diagnosed with HIV in the United States. 39% of those cases were among young men ages 25 to 34.
I know personally we are aware of STDs and stuff like that and AIDS. It's always good to learn more, especially about communities that you don't really hear about it occurring in.
The event covered a mixture of topics that all aim toward decreasing the chances of contracting STDs and or HIV and AIDS.
Kiara Dale from the Department of Health in Leon County says the best way to know your status is to get tested. In Tallahassee, I'm Jacqueline Harrell, News 20.
Officials say knowing your status is important. Students at FAMU can visit the health clinic for free testing.
Here's what's brewing today. Hundreds of anti-North Korea protesters scuffled with riot police outside the Winter Olympic Stadium in South Korea. Just hours before, two of North Korea's most senior officials were due to attend the game's opening ceremony. Protesters burned North Korean flags and pictures of the reclusive state's leader, Kim Jong-un, as around 800 people gathered for a march towards the stadium where the Olympic torch will be lit in what Seoul wants to become a symbol of peace. American actress and humanitarian Angelina Jolie visited Za'atari refugee camp on January 28th, meeting families and girls displaced by Syria's nearly 7-year-long war. Jolie, in a statement to media from the camp, underscored that any negotiated solution to the long-running conflict must respect the human rights and dignity of all Syrians, including the millions who have fled and are living in neighboring countries. That's what's brewing today. I'm Angelicia Bruton. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Shay, it's like deja vu all over again.
Yes, Aaliyah. The U.S. government shut down Friday morning for the second time in 3 weeks. John Lawrence has more on the story.
Senator Rand Paul took a stand Thursday.
I can't, in all good honesty and all good faith, just look the other way because my party is now complicit in the deficits.
The Republican from Kentucky held up a key vote that prevented a 2-year budget deal from advancing, resulting in a government shutdown.
We are in a terrible state as a country. $20 trillion in debt is bigger than our entire economy.
Paul is pushing for an amendment to maintain budget caps, but Senate leaders said that wasn't going to happen. Paul is placing the blame on both parties.
Nothing will be reformed, the waste will continue, and government will keep taking your money irresponsibly and adding to a $20 trillion debt.
But some think Paul is using this standoff for his own political future.
First, he's finding his lane for 2024 to be the fiscal watchdog in the race for president. And the second is he's using this as a fundraising opportunity.
About 2 hours after the shutdown started, the Senate voted in favor of a budget deal by a vote of 71 to 28. The deal now goes to the House. When Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi was asked if she was going to vote for it,
no, I won't.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Good afternoon and welcome to eLive. I'm Kayla Lawson with the latest in your entertainment news. Accused Hollywood executive Harvey Weinstein could possibly face sexual assault charges in Southern California. The Los Angeles Police Department sent 3 cases to the district attorney for further review recently. This means Weinstein could be criminally charged. Several accusations against Weinstein came from well-known actresses, including Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow. They go as far back as the 80s and as recent as just a few years ago. Through a spokesperson, Weinstein has denied any allegations of non-consensual sex. China has created a drone the size of a human. Literally. This is the world's first passenger drone, taking a passenger for a spin around Guangzhou. According to reporters, the drone can carry a single person weighing up to 220 pounds, and it can fly for about 20 minutes. It can also withstand moderate winds up to 50 miles per hour. That's going to do it for me here at eLive. I'm Kayla Lawson. We'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. I'm Michaela Sherman here with your weather report. As we move into the next 5 days, just expect to see rain throughout the weekend and into the coming week. That's all I have for your weather. We'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back. I'm Brandon Jones here with the sports. The Cleveland Cavaliers shook the NBA world Thursday afternoon after they traded half of their roster. The Cavs brought in Rodney Hood from the Utah Jazz and George Hill from the Sacramento Kings to go with acquisitions of Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. from the Lakers. In the deals, they shed Isaiah Thomas, Channing Frye, Derrick Rose, Amon Shumpert, Dwayne Wade, and their 2018 first-round pick. That's all I got for the sports today. We'll be right back after the break.
That's going to wrap it up for us today. For Brandon and Michaela, I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
We also have a quick story. The FAMU School of Journalism and Graphic Communication is having a night chair speaker series today. Actress and screenwriter Kelsey Scott, who is best known for her role in 12 Years a Slave and How to Get Away with Murder, led a crash course in writing for the screen.
Now that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. For Michaela and Brandon, I'm Aaliyah Wilkerson.
And I'm Shay Simon. Thanks for watching, and remember to also follow us at FAMUTVnews.com for more news updates. Have a great weekend.